that made a big difference to me, as I said to you last week, that understanding that, I was cursing myself all the time. And when my friend explained to me that, that's a form of self-abuse when we're talking to ourselves like that. Hi, Scott. Great to see you. Happy New Year. A bit late, but good to see you. I was just talking about last week's session about unconditional self-love and how it came about. As I said, I had a conversation with Anthony when we were teaching, and a student volunteered to be a demo subject for habits. And when Anthony asked her what she'd like to change, she said she wanted to stop swearing as much. And so after he'd done the session, we were all still in a group, because, and Scott will know Anthony and I alike when it comes to banter. So I actually asked Anthony why he didn't ask her if she wanted to stop swearing, altogether. And he said, that's ridiculous. You want to stop swearing altogether. So but I said, well, I'm going to stop. And so as soon as I said that, of course, during the day, I realized that I was still swearing, but all of the swearing I was doing was at myself. Calling myself names, digging myself out for things that I should have done or felt I could have done or should have done better. And then I spoke to my friend and she said, well, that's self-abuse. And I never really thought about it like that. And she was the one who said, what we need is an unconditional love for ourselves. And that's why I felt that session last week was really important. If you didn't see it and you want to know what I'm talking about, then it's on YouTube. You can go back and look at it. But what I found, and I know there's quite a few people nodding from last week here when I asked that question, what difference does it make to you when you find that unconditional self-love? What it did for me, it made a big difference to me because I was eating differently. Because you're not going to feed someone you love badly, are you? You're not going to not look after somebody that they have an unconditional love for. And the other side of it is that if you have an unconditional love for somebody, you don't stop loving that person when they've put on a few pounds or when they make a mistake, which is generally what most of us do, because we kind of, our expectation of ourselves is greater than our expectation of other people. And so that's why I felt that session last week was important, because if we can find that unconditional self-love, that's one thing. Holding it is something else, because we make mistakes and we mess up at times. And if you know me, I do that all the time. That's why, but I put it down to the fact that as a father, part of my job is to embarrass my sons. And I generally do that very well. So, but we all make mistakes, but allowing ourselves to be human and stop beating ourselves up over those mistakes is part of that whole thing about unconditional self-love. So I'm glad that it made a difference for you. If you didn't see that session last week, then you can look at it on YouTube, go through the hypnosis part of it, and do yourself a massive kindness and start and find that unconditional love for yourself. This group we first created this group, creating the body, health and happiness group, because so many groups are set on losing weight. And as human beings, who wants to lose stuff? We don't want to lose anything, really. So it occurred to me that a much better target is to create something. So to create the body you want, to create the health you want, create the happiness you want. And it is to a lesser or greater extent, something we can all do. But to do it, as I said, and this is the big change for me over the last few months, to do it and to do it consistently is to find that unconditional love for yourself. Then you feed yourself properly. Then you do the things that are going to keep you well. And when you're doing things that are detrimental to you, that little voice in your head says, you're worth more. Look after yourself, take care of yourself. So anyway, enough about last week. This week, as you saw from the events and the title, hi Petra, hi Andreas, hi Nicola, Saying there's so many people to say hello to it. So if I haven't said hello to you yet, I will. This week it's about how to be happy now. And I think this is really important. And it all kind of goes together with unconditional self-love. So many of us, and I'm sure you've all done it, have said, I'll be happy when I lose the weight. I'll be happy when I pay off my mortgage. I'll be happy when I create the business I want. I'll be happy when my kids are left home, or whatever it might be. We say we'll be happy when. And when we're saying I'll be happy when, what we're actually saying is I'm not happy now. And so this evening is going to be about finding what you can find in this moment to be happy about. Because we all know there is only this moment. Our lives are a string of moments. You've heard me say it before, nothing's real. And I say it to my clients all the time, and they say, well, that's not true because I can see it's my computer's real. But that's not what I mean. What I mean is when we think about our past, it's not exactly as it was because our memories are not 100%. And even if our memory was 100%, there's nothing we can do about the past. It's done. We can, and as you know, if you've listened to some of my sessions, I think regret is one of the most useless emotions we can feel. There's no point. Let's hope we make mistakes, we learn from them, and we move on. There's no point in keep looking back and wishing we'd done things differently. So the past is not real because memory is constructed. So that's not real. And our future hasn't happened yet. So it can only be imagined. So that's not real either. There is only this moment in time. And by the time I've said it, it's already gone. It's such a small space in time that you can't even grasp it. So when we talk about being happy now, that's what I'm talking about. Finding something to be happy about in this moment. You know, for Marie, she's got a sister Eileen. That's something to be happy about. You know, you've got your nephews and you've got, you know, I know Scott's here, you know, and he's a man I love dearly. And I know he's just got a new grandbaby, haven't you, Scott? Yeah.
I do. Thank you.
Yeah. Another little bat baby. Beautiful.
Little bat baby. Yep.
Yeah. Scott's, he's a wonderful man and he does great work and he lives in LA. But he's Batman. Nobody knows it. Everyone thinks it's Bruce Wayne, but actually it's Scott Grossberg. But you know, I know he's just got a new little baby in his life. So we can find things in this moment to be happy about, and that's what we're going to be doing this evening. As we know, laughter is one of the best medicines, and we can find things to laugh about. My wife, if you know her, she's the kindest person. She's a neonatal nurse. So she works with these tiny prim babies that are born at 28 weeks and 30 weeks. She's the kindest person ever. But what she finds really funny is if I bump my head. Now that will make her laugh her socks off. If I stub my toe, she will go hysterical. Yet she's the kindest person ever. Yet somehow those things make her laugh. And as soon as she's got it out of her system, then she'll come over and try and help me. But you know, things that make us laugh as human beings, and laughter is catching. We know this. Who wants to try something here? And I want everyone to look. Who's up for doing this? Let's have a look. Eileen, did you put your hand up? Right, she's laughing already. Can you switch your camera,
Yeah.
switch your sound on? Right,
Yeah, I'm on.
well, I want you to do this for me. Right?
Right.
I want you to just put your arm out in front of you at shoulder height and think about the people you love. Think about your sister, think about those beautiful kids that you love. And as you do that, I want you to notice the arm's hanging there all by itself. Imagine there's nothing you can do about it. In fact, look, put your arm down for a minute, Eileen. Put your arm down for a minute, Eileen. Put it down. You can all do this. Get an idea of how powerful the power of love is. So I want you to all to just lift your arm up to shoulder height and think about the people you love. Look at me in the camera on the screen and think about the people you love. See those faces, feel that love. And as you feel that love, I want you to notice the arm's hanging all by itself. Imagine there's nothing you can do about that. And when you realize there's nothing you can do about it, I want you to try and get that arm down and find it goes even higher. I do not want you to pretend. Push even harder, find it goes even higher now. Feel that force pulling it up. The harder you try and get it down, the higher it's going to go. Now, something strange is going to happen. That's right, Ron. Something strange is going to happen. The higher that goes, the funnier it's going to seem. Look at that hand, watch it going up, and it's going to seem incredibly funny to you. In a moment, you're going to start giggling. And some of you are going to start laughing. Watch that hand going up. The higher it goes, the funnier it seems. And now you're going to start laughing out loud. The higher it goes, the funnier it gets. That's right, Sammy. That's right, Sarah. Feel that force pulling it up. That's right, Petra. And that's going to seem like the funniest thing you've ever seen. And you're going to start laughing louder than you ever laughed before. That's right. Try and hold that laughter and find you cannot. I'm going to click my fingers. That's right, Caroline. That's right, Diana. And I'm going to click my fingers. Your arm's going to drift down. When it touches down, your eyes will close for a split second. When they open, you realise just how incredible you are and how loved you are. That's right. You know, happiness and laughter is contagious. It's like love. It's one of the things that you can't give away without getting more back from it. So that's what we're going to be finding here today in this session. Things to be happy about. You know, we all have, I'm saying that, but I don't really have any strife in my life at the moment. We all have things that kind of, you know, there are times, aren't there? You know, I've still got two teenagers. Well, they're not one teenager and one 21-year-old. So yes, there are still things that that can kind of grate on you. But we can all find things to be happy about right now. And I want you just for a moment, take a breath in and close your eyes and just think of something or someone or some situation where you can be happy about right now. That's right, just for a moment. Once again, think about the people you love, people that love you. And some of you, I know, help a lot of people. Think about those people you've helped. How incredible are you? Think of all those people whose lives are different because they met you, because of your words, because of your kindness, because of your love. And get a feel of that now, feel into that, allow that happiness to flood through your body and remind you of just how incredible you are. Because as I've been saying to you, you are love and you are loved and you are loving. Take that breath in. As you breathe out, open your eyes and hold that feeling. That's right. And I want you to remember that feeling. And whenever you waver off that path, whenever someone tries to knock you off that path, I want you to go back to that memory you just had there. That's right, Erica, you can open your eyes now. I know you're enjoying it. You're enjoying it too much. There's no such thing as enjoying hypnosis too much. But look, so that is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to keep going over, getting you to understand your worth, your value. We're going to get you to understand things like you're not your body. You know, we started this group, as I said, just as a way, kind of a weight loss group. But then we changed it to creating the body we want, because not everybody wants the same goals. Some years ago, I ran a motivational group, and there might be 200 people in the room. This was a live group, right? So I just said to everybody, can you all take your shoes off? And I want you to just pass them to the person on the right. So they all thought it was mad, but they passed them to the person on the right or the left, whichever it was. Then I said, I want those people now. I want that person to put those shoes on. And they said, it was the most ridiculous thing to ask, because the chances of that person's shoes fitting the person sitting on their left are minimal. never mind those shoes suiting their fashion. Yet to the person who was wearing those shoes in the first place, they are the most comfortable shoes, and they're probably their favorite shoes. And when it comes to our life goals and creating the body we want, creating the health and happiness we want, everyone here will have a different goal. We're not all square pegs in square holes. So when we do this, that's why this is not a weight loss group, because there might be people here who are already the perfect weight, but would like to be more toned or whatever it might be. If your goal is to lose weight, then obviously you can do that. We are an organism, and losing weight is a pretty simple thing, really. If we take in less calories than we're burning up, we're going to lose weight. Unless you've got a medical problem like a thyroid problem, then that is how we do it. And there are 3 ways of doing that. We take in less calories, we burn up more calories, or I like to think we do both. Find something that's something enjoyable to do, it's going to get your heart working if you want to lose weight. Find some enjoyable foods that you can eat that will lead you to that goal. And all of you here, you're obviously intelligent because you're here. You've chosen the best thing to do for this hour. You're obviously very intelligent. So you all know how to do this. But what stops us from doing it? And it's what we've been talking about. When I work with my clients, the bottom line for all of my clients, before they leave my room, I want them to understand their worth, their value. And by that, I mean the worth and value that goes beyond the car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear. Your true inner value. And that's what we're going to get to you today. You're all going to find it, because then you'll treat yourself to the health and the body you want and the happiness you want. I think Jessica's here, Jess Roper. I believe she's here. She's on another screen. I'm just checking through. But she put a post out with a picture of her, because she's a champion kickboxer. She put a post out of her and some of her guys she was working out with. And one of them put a comment, which I thought was great. And I've been using it as my own mantra since. And this guy said, I'm willing to do what others are unwilling to do to enable me to achieve what others are unable to achieve. And really, that's it. That's the whole thing. What are you willing to do? How badly do you want to create the life you want? And we all have those dreams and we all have those goals. But if you do not have an absolute unconditional love for yourself, why would you achieve it? Why would you bother? So I believe that's the base of everything. If we want to achieve things in our life, if we want to create the body and health and happiness we want, then we need to find that first. And again, we're going to go over that again. I know some of you are feeling into this. You've done a few of these sessions with me, but that's where we're going to go again tonight. But this time, we're going to find how to be happy right now, not when I achieve this. Understand, if you have a physical goal that you're working towards, I want you to understand you're already the most incredible creation in the known universe. How incredible is that baby of yours, Scott? Every time you see a baby, and I know, a lot of you have experienced this, and you look at that baby and you just think, how incredible. I mean, how does that happen? It's just amazing to me. Even though, I've got 4 sons and I've got 5 grandchildren, it still amazes me. Some years ago, I had an allotment, which in the UK is a piece of ground that the council give you to grow stuff. If you haven't got a very big garden, you want to grow fruit trees and fruit, they give you this bit of ground. And I was never a gardener, and I only got this bit of ground because my 2 boys were young. I wanted them to understand that food just doesn't come off the shelf in the supermarket. It actually grows somewhere. So I've got this bit of ground. And when I first started planting seeds, and to see that bit of that leaf come up through the ground, that for me is just amazing. I know it's happening everywhere, but it's just an amazing thing. So that unconditional love. And the other thing is, as I said to you, is when we have a goal, whatever it might be, you know, whether it's financial, spiritual, emotional, physical, is to get an idea and feel into that outcome. And then ask this question, how much fun is it? How much fun can I make it? Because once you've experienced that, even if it's just in your mind, everything about you then is inclined toward making it happen. This is a really important lesson, again, that I've learned recently. It's okay wishing to have this or hoping to have that. If you don't get a sense of what it feels like, and if you don't ask that question, how much fun is this? Because it's easy. Some of us, I know, some of us are, you know, over 40, some of us are nearly over 70. But, you know, we have our goals, and then we work towards it. Then we get that goal and we're still not satisfied. If we'd asked the question in the first place, because that's what I want, go out, feel into it, feel what it feels like, and then ask the question, how much fun is it? And I'm going to say this to you, whatever you're looking to achieve and you feel into it, if it's not fun, don't do it. Find another goal. As human beings, we are geared toward pleasure. Everything about us wants to feel good, wants to be happy. Given the opportunity, your body and brain will thrive. It wants you to thrive, given the opportunity. And we are creatures of pleasure. So once we feel into it and ask the question, and we put that feeling to the back of our mind, we don't have to get motivated. If you're thirsty, you don't need some motivator to come along, Tony Robbins to come along and motivate you towards having a glass of water. You're inclined toward it because your body needs it. So once you've got into this, get this message and start to feel into your outcome, you don't have to motivate yourself. Everything about you is inclined toward it. And you find yourself moving toward it without even thinking. You no longer have to get motivated every morning to go and do your workout. You don't have to get motivated to eat the right foods. You're just inclined toward it. And it's the same with happiness. Once you feel into it and know that it's okay, give yourself permission. Now, my friend Kaz Riley, she runs Sexual Freedom Hypnosis. She's a fantastic woman. She and I ran a course in Las Vegas a couple of years ago called Sensual Intelligence. And one of her strap lines is permission for pleasure. That's what she talks about. And I'm gonna say the same thing about happiness. Permission to be happy, no matter what's going on around you, but to allow yourself to be happy. Anyway, we're going to get into this in a moment, and you're going to love it. And by the end of it, you're going to be happy, whether you like it or not, because I'm a hypnotist and you have no choice. You're just going to be happy. That's it. Bottom line. So if you're worried about being happy, it's best not to stay, because you will have no choice. You're like Erica there, she's smiling already. You know, Doreen, you're going to love this today. Allow yourself, give yourself permission to be happy. Okay. I can see that Heather's there. She's already in position. She can't wait to be hypnotized. Eileen's going to disappear off the screen in a moment because she just disappears off the screen. And we hope she's still there at the end. Right, okay, so enough talk, enough chat. If you're ready to experience this, as I said to you, I always say to my clients, you can listen to me if you want, I don't mean this rudely. I'm not interested in your conscious mind. Your conscious mind can go to the beach. It can go wherever it wants, or it can stay and listen. But your unconscious mind will hear everything I've got to say. It will take from it what's needed for you to find that place of happiness, all right? Okay, so if you're ready to do this, what I want you to do is get comfortable. If you're sitting on the edge of the table with a hot cup of coffee on your lap, maybe put the coffee down and sit somewhere else. But get comfortable, right? And allow yourself to get into this. That's right. Sarah's got her blanket around her. Oh, it's great. It's great to watch how everybody's so keen. That's right. Alan's already there. I don't think he came out the first trance. Right, okay. Are we ready? Place your hands separately. Place your feet separately. And when you're ready to do this, just take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, allow your eyes to close, but only as quickly as you're ready to lose yourself in this feeling of happiness and love. Just for a while. Nobody wants anything. No one expects anything. And there is nothing for you to do but to listen to my voice and drift into that wonderful space that we call trance. For a moment, focus on those tiny muscles around your eyes and allow your eyes to relax. Imagine having your temples massaged and those muscles are relaxing so completely they just won't work. Imagine that's happening as you listen to my voice. Imagine that's happened and there's nothing you can do about that. Your eyes are so relaxed, they just won't work, just for a while. And when you realize that your eyes are so relaxed, they just won't work, you can test them, find it completely locked. That's right, now nothing bothers you, nothing affects you, nothing disturbs you. All that matters now is you, the sound of my voice, and that feeling of happiness. I'm going to snap my fingers, and as you hear that sound, that feeling of relaxation around your eyes, it's going to flood down through your body like a bliss anesthesia. Your body and your mind are going to relax completely. But that chair will support you, that bed will support you. Get ready, as you hear that sound, feel that feeling flooding down through your body now. Every muscle, nerve and fiber relaxing, like you've had a bliss anesthesia. Imagine it's happening automatically. Every word I say takes you deeper and deeper into the most profound state of hypnosis. And the deeper you go, the better you're going to feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you'll go. Imagine you're just drifting down through space and time. Down to the ultimate space of bliss. And just when you think you've reached the ultimate space of trance, my voice, my words are going to take you 10 times deeper. The deeper you go, the better you're going to feel. And as you drift in that space, my voice and my words are going to drift with you to become a part of your experience now. And every word I say doubles that wonderful feeling. Everything I say now is your reality. Every suggestion I give you, your mind and body will act upon at a molecular, cellular, neurological level. It's now your reality. Because you have a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. And that unconscious mind, the back of the mind, can continue to hear, to understand and respond to those things I might say without the need for you to do anything at all. It's so much easier for the conscious mind simply to relax and enjoy that letting go. That's right. Letting go even of the effort it takes to make the effort that it might take. To tell the exact position of arms, legs, or the entire body now that seems to drift through time and space. That wonderful free floating place of effortless relaxation and letting go. Allowing events to occur in their own time, in their own way, as you drift as a mind. And that mind drifts without boundaries, without borders, without limits. Just for a moment, get a sense of yourself out there, having achieved something that you'd love to achieve. And let go of every negative, limiting belief. Get a sense of yourself out there, having created the body or the health, the happiness that you want. And I want you to notice the way you move. Notice the way you breathe. Step into that body and get a sense of what it feels like to have created that life. That feeling of achievement, a feeling of joy. Get a sense of it now and understand just how incredible you are. And then ask this question, how much fun is it? How much fun can I make it? How important is it for me? Get a sense of that now, that feeling of joy, that feeling of happiness, that feeling of fun. How much fun is that? And put that feeling in the back of your mind, because now you know where you're going. And now you know how good you'll feel when you get there. Everything about your mind and body is inclined toward making it happen. Without thinking, without trying. Get a sense of that now. And as you do that, I want you to have the most incredible experience of liberation and freedom. Because in a moment, the essence of who you are, that intangible part of a human being, the passenger, the observer in that physical body, is going to separate from your body. And you're going to leave your body in that chair for a while. The essence of who you are. Some people call it the soul, the spirit. I call it the essence. That intangible part of your being. And get a sense of that happening now. Just leaving that body in that chair. Get a sense of that freedom. You may look back at that body and just for a moment, show it some appreciation. How incredible is that body? Think of all the things your body's enabled you to do, to experience. The people you've met, the people you've loved, the pleasure you've had. Think about your hands, how incredible your hands. The babies you've held in those hands, the lovers you've held in those hands, the pleasure you felt through those hands. Just for a moment, think how incredible your hands are. You are the most incredible creation in the known universe. Get a sense of that now as you drift further and further away from your body. And I want you to notice that the essence of who you are is ageless. It's infinite. Has no edge. An understanding that no matter how incredible your body is, you are not your body. And whatever you thought you are so much more than that. And as you drift further and further away from that body in that chair, get a sense of drifting higher and higher. Drifting so high that you could look back at the planet Earth and see that beautiful blue planet in your mind's eye. Get a sense of the mountaintops and the clouds, the greens of the forest, the blue of the ocean. How incredible is that planet? How lucky are we to have landed on this planet of all the planets in the universe? How incredible are you? Just for a moment, think about those 7.8 billion people on this planet, of which you are one unique, incredible individual. And understanding that since the beginning of mankind, there have been 100 billion people walking on planet Earth, but there's never been another you. There'll never be another you. You are incredible. Get a sense of that now. Notice how your perspective changes. And things that had seemed overwhelming no longer have any power over you. Things that had seemed hard or difficult to overcome no longer have any power over you. Because you are love, and you are loved, and you are loving. For a moment, get a sense of drifting back through time, back to when you were 3 months old or 2 months old, when you were just a beautiful baby that just wanted love, nurturing, and kindness. And you had no side, you had nothing other than love in you. Just love and light. Get a sense of that now. Drift back into that body, 3 months old. Get an idea of how that feels, because that's who you are. The core of your being is pure light and pure love. Get a sense of that now. Feel that feeling of joy. That's right. How incredible are you? Once again, drift back to the present time, but drift way, way further away from that planet so it disappears, and realize how incredible you are in this space, this universe of 1 trillion universes. But you are the most incredible creation. You are love. You are loved. You are loving. How incredible is that? Now in your mind's eye, get a sense of the target, a massive target between you and that planet. Get a sense of the coloured bands, get a sense of the centre of that target, the very centre, the bullseye that some people call it. Now in the centre of that target is pure love and light and happiness. Every moment of happiness you've ever felt is stacked in the centre of that target. Every moment of pure unconditional love that you've ever felt or has been aimed at you is in the centre of that target. In a moment, I'm going to make this sound. As I make that sound, you're going to be fired, shot like an arrow, straight through that target and straight out the other side into a space of total bliss. And as you go through that target, your mind and body, every molecule, every atom, every neuron in your body is going to be flooded with the most intense feeling of love and joy and happiness. It's going to flood your body and mind. And it will be the most intense, incredible feeling. And I want you to enjoy every moment. Get ready as I make that sound. Every moment of love, every moment of joy, every moment of happiness you felt is going to flood your body in a millisecond. Get ready. And know it's okay to feel this good. Now the other side. Feel your body flooded with that feeling. See the faces of the people you love, people that love you. See those smiles, see those eyes, feel that love now. Feel it like a burning hot sun in the summer sky. Shrink it down to a white hot nuclear powered ball of light as big as a golf ball. Pull that into your heart center and feel your heart expanding. Feel that feeling of love flooding your body, that feeling of joy, that feeling of happiness. Feel it now. Think of a moment of laughter. A moment of pure laughter when you just laughed and laughed. One of those beautiful belly laughs. Think of a moment of laughter. Now feel into that moment. Now grasp it with your hand and pull it into your heart. Feel your heart expanding with that feeling of laughter and joy. Put your other hand over that hand and feel that feeling flooding your body now. That's right. Now think of a moment of gratitude for someone, something, A moment of pure gratitude. Now feel into that moment. Feel into it. When you absolutely feel it, get a sense of it now. I want you to grasp it with your right hand. Reach up and grasp it with your right hand. And pull that feeling of gratitude into your heart. Put your hand on your heart and feel your heart expanding with that moment of gratitude. Put your other hand over it, feel it getting even stronger. Your heart expanding with that feeling of gratitude and laughter. Feel it now. That's right. Now think of a moment of pure, unconditional love for someone, or a time when you felt that unconditional love for yourself, and feel it now. Feel into it. Get a sense of that feeling of unconditional love now. Once again, reach up with your right hand, grasp that feeling and pull it into your heart. Feel your heart expanding. Put your other hand over that hand and feel your heart expanding with that feeling of gratitude and laughter and love. And know that's who you are. That's right, feel it. You are pure light and pure love. Feel it flooding your body, and know it's okay to feel that good. And whenever you want to, you can think about this moment right now. Put your hand on your heart, put the other hand over it, and you'll instantly go back to this feeling of gratitude, laughter, and love. That's right, get a sense of that now. How incredible are you? And as you drift in that space, my voice, my words are going to drift with you to become a part of your experience now. And the deeper you go, the better you're going to feel. Because you are loved, and you are loving. And nothing that anyone can say can move you off your path. Think of all those wonderful moments in your life when you have felt that feeling of happiness and joy. Think about it now. Maybe when you met your partner, or you held your child in your hand for the first time, or you met a friend, someone who just makes you laugh. A moment in life. Think about it now. Get a sense of it. Because that is your birthright. To be happy. To be loved. To love. And understand when your body is flooded with that feeling of love and joy and gratitude. Notice that every ounce of stress and anxiety is gone. Because it cannot coexist in your mind and body with that amount of light and love and joy. And know this moment, this feeling is only ever a thought away. And those times in your life when you've been pushed off that path or something deters you, remember this moment, put your hand on your heart. Think about this moment together right here, and you will instantly go back to this moment of happiness. And know it's okay to be happy now. You no longer have to wait to be happy. Remember, you're already a whole being. You don't have to be anyone else or anything else. You're already a whole being. You're already beautiful. And you are the most incredible creation. And go with your unconscious often as you need to know that you are loved, you are loved, and you can be happy right here in this moment. And know it's okay to feel that good. That's right, go with your unconscious often as you need to. In your own mind, give yourself permission to be happy now. The past is a vacuum, it's a void. It no longer exists. There is only this moment, and we can choose to be happy right here, right now, no matter what's going on. Be happy now. Go with your unconscious often as you need to know that you're free. And only when the unconscious mind knows and has made those changes, at a molecular, cellular, neurological level, that will allow you to create the life you want, the body you want, the health you want, the happiness you want. And allows the conscious mind to accept the changes made. So in a moment, I'm going to count to 10. And every suggestion I've given you, your mind and body will act upon at a molecular, cellular, neurological level. It's now your reality. Imagine it's happened. There's nothing you can do about that. You are happy. You can feel that joy. Imagine it's happened. There's nothing you can do about that. Even at first, you have to pretend it was something that was said to you, something that was done to you. You really have no choice. You just feel happy and you just feel loved. On 8, your eyes will open. You are going to feel incredible. You'll see things differently. You'll experience life differently. And on 10, that feeling of joy, that feeling of happiness, that feeling of freedom is going to grow stronger day by day as you set about creating the life that you want. So get ready. As I count to 10, on 8, your eyes will open. You will feel incredible. A feeling of happiness, feeling of joy you may have never experienced before. You're going to take into everything you do. And on 10, that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of freedom, that feeling of love and joy is going to grow stronger day by day. 1, feeling absolutely wonderful now. 2, to create the life you want and do it with joy. 3, a feeling of freedom from every limiting belief that ever held you back. 4, feel the force of that love, happiness and joy flooding your body and mind. 5, feeling incredibly alive now. 6, 7, 8, eyes opening, feeling absolutely wonderful. 9, 10. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the experience. You are loved. You are loved. You are loving. Take that into everything you do. I look at Diana Whitley there and that makes me smile. I don't have to go any further than that to feel happy. Look at Nolene, creating the body she wants. That makes me happy. It's great to see Scott, see all of you. And oh, and Tess, I've only just seen Tess. Tess, she wakes me up every Friday morning saying it's Friday. And if it wasn't for Tess, I would not be here on a Friday evening because I have no idea what day it is otherwise. Lovely to see you, Tess. Good to see you all. Good to see you, Ron, looking good. And you, Rand, great to see you. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye to you. Have a beautiful weekend. I know you're already in the weekend, Nolene, being on the other side of the world. But have a beautiful weekend. Have a beautiful day. And be happy now.